Enemy taking C. We lost C.
Hello YouTube, this is Lord of Black Pro, and before we get into the topics of today's commentary, I'd like to show you guys why some of the score streaks need to be buffed, because even though essentially the price was reduced by increasing the score you get per kill and objective capture and things like that, some of them still desperately are underpowered and they desperately need a buff. So let me show you guys an example of the other day when I was playing and I found this Goliath suit just sitting on the rooftop, and so I climbed into it. And guys, this thing is literally one of the worst streaks I've ever used. It's about as bad as the Ghost Juggernaut was. I mean, it has no health. It moves around really slow, and moving around really slow in a Juggernaut suit, which everyone can see on their minimap, is basically suicide in this game. You can't jump around, you can't sprint. Your minigun fires really slowly, and the slow rate of fire of the minigun is going to get you killed. And plus, guys, the minigun does overheat, so that's another bad thing about it. And guys, yeah, the health is just really low. I mean, if you take just a few shots, you're like literally half your health is gone. Like, look, I'm gonna shoot this guy. I get the first shot and everything, but the slow rate of fire really hinders what I can do with this Juggernaut suit. It's just ridiculous how underpowered this is. Like, the health needs to be buffed to where it regenerates, maybe at least a little slowly, or just make it so like you can't see it on the minimap and the minigun's better or something like that. I mean, they gotta do something, because streaks like that are just unusable. But let's get into the real topic of today's commentary, which is how to camp Defender, because Defender is one of those harder maps to camp. I mean, there's not a spot directly on top of the flag, which made it much harder in the past. I mean, before the patch. But with this patch, I feel much more comfortable camping this map, and I was able to get a gameplay for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy. I think I started off this gameplay pretty rough, but towards the end I actually get my streaks, and yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have those off games where you're not going flawless or anything. I mean, yeah, I do go 34-4, but I think I have a few stupid deaths in the beginning, so yeah, just bear with me on that. I mean, sometimes I think I play the objective like an idiot here, or I'm not sure if this gets me killed. I don't think it does, but sometimes I just do stupid things that get me killed, and that's kind of what you want to avoid. So I'm in my spot right now, so this is the spot you want to be at. As you can see, it's not directly on a flag, it's not in a corner by a flag, so it is much harder to, it would have been much harder in the past to get that 125 points unless an enemy was like sitting on the flag. So I'm just sitting back here, so that doorway has a perfect view of the flag. So if you lay prone in there, a lot of times it's hard to see you because it's kind of a dark corner. If you think about it, it essentially is a dark corner, and it's hard to see you, and people passing by like probably won't see you, so you can shoot them in the back. People captain the flag probably won't see you. You can shoot them as they're taking the flag. And after a few kills in this spot, it'd be best to move up to the place over, or a little bit over to the right, because there's a spot that overlooks a flag on the spot to the right, and that's what I use after a few kills, because a good camper knows that after every few kills it's best to change up your corners or your spot totally, because otherwise the rushers and the sweaties are going to find you. They're going to find their way over to you. They're either going to drop shot you or jump shot you with an SMG or a shotgun, or they're going to frag and noob tube your camping spot. So both of those are not desirable outcomes for your camping. So you definitely want to change up your spot after every few kills. But also you want to remain stealthy too. As you can see, I am running a lot of stealth perks and a lot of stealthy options on my class, like Suppressor. I'm also running low profile and Blast Suppressor and Peripherals. And guys, if you guys didn't know, that Peripherals not only increases the minimap size, but also keeps the death location of enemies hidden. So that means you can camp the corners for longer. So that's why I definitely recommend it. I mean, it not only helps for reconnaissance, but just also playing stealthy, and stealth is very important in any Call of Duty game. And people who just rush around with an unsuppressed SMG are going to be found much more quickly than someone who's using like a suppressed assault rifle. So right there, I think, yeah, I take a stupid death right there. See, I fired over there, and he must have saw my shots, because he didn't have a parabolic, and parabolic microphones, guys, get you killed. I mean, it's a stupid attachment. Suppressors were balanced enough in other Call of Duty games. Like, let's see here, I take a stupid death here. See, that's why you gotta be careful about when you play the objective. I mean, I thought, that was just poor judgment there. You gotta be careful of that, because poor judgment does get you killed off of streaks. But guys, about the parabolic microphone, I don't think it was necessary for it to be in the game because, guys, let's be honest, like, the parabolic microphone was just put in there to sort of counter silencers, but the problem is silencers were already countered. And, you know, in other Call of Duty games, you lose 25 to 30% of your range, so basically 25 to 30% of your effective damage range is gone, so your damage drop-offs are reached quicker, which means your damage over range is decreased. And guys, that is a significant penalty for a lot of weapons, and I don't know why they had to essentially counter it again with this attachment. It's just really annoying because the people who use the attachment against you, they can see you on the map like you're using an unsuppressed weapon. So I mean, and there's no counter to the parabolic microphone. There's two counters to the suppressor, which is the ranged nerf, and the parabolic microphone, but there's no counter to the microphone itself, which is quite unfortunate. I mean, because you're still suffering the range penalty, even if people can see you in the minimap because they have a parabolic, and that's just really annoying. I don't like that attachment. Hopefully it doesn't not come back in Black Ops 3 or whatever Treyarch's next game will be, because that thing is annoying. It's got me killed off a lot of streaks. Because guys, staying off the minimap is very important. I mean, if you guys don't believe me, try running around without a silencer, without stealth perks, and you'll start to realize that you guys won't get streaks very often because playing stealthy is generally the way to go. I mean, even if you're rushing around like a maniac and not sitting in corners, you still wanna play stealthy. See here, I make another stupid error. See, look, I get a kill there, and then I get shot from somewhere else, like the last second before the round ends. But fortunately, guys, I don't think I'd take any more deaths after that right there. So look. And I don't even know why that guy's using the HPR, because guys, the HPR was nerfed, unfortunately. I mean, it was already kind of a underpowered gun. I mean, if you guys didn't see my private match testing video, the HPR's 3-hit kill range was reduced, so it's basically even less range than that already shotgun range weapon had. So that's unfortunate. I mean, it's really reaffirming the AK's role as the best weapon in the game. I mean, the bow was nerfed, the HPR was nerfed. I mean, the IMR and the ARX are 3-round burst rifle. So they're not going to be used by the general public necessarily. They're not going to be used by the general Call of Duty player just because of their burst fire nature. And also the MK14. I mean, we all know that a lot of people don't like semi-automatics, so that gun's gonna go unused for the most part. So that's why I do believe the AK to be the best gun in the game, at least at this point. But they probably nerf it in the future. I mean, yeah, probably. I don't see how they wouldn't nerf it, but you know, I'm actually surprised why it hasn't been getting more use than it already has been getting as of now. I'm very surprised. Because you think it'd be one of the most used weapons in the game, given it's unlocked with the bow, right from the start. It has good variance. I mean, it has good everything except damage, but all the guns in this game have terrible damage. So you think it'd be like a top tier weapon, and I think it's a top tier weapon, but apparently a lot of people don't think it is because they're running around with SMGs and all this other stuff, and you know, I'm not sure, but I definitely do think they will nerf it at some point, which is unfortunate because this is one of the only good guns in this game. So guys, what you really want to do to camp this spot, you want to switch between this doorway and the side on the right, and I think I move over there a little bit. But so guys, sometimes you can get slow over here, but you don't want to be rushing around, because rushing around is what gets you killed generally in Call of Duty. And guys, Advanced Warfare was supposed to be a rusher's game, but I doubt it actually is, because, you know, rushing around like a maniac, flying in the air with your exosuit will attract a lot of attention and get you killed a lot of times if you're double jumping, like bunny hopping across the map essentially. So, I mean, I don't recommend that. I recommend playing more conservatively, waiting for people to come to you. There, guys, I got a UAV. I think I go a more aggressive role right here, just because, you know, I'm kind of getting tired of about the people not coming over to my spot, and if people aren't coming to respawn, it might be best to find another head glitch like this and just kind of defend from there. And look, if they touch the flag, if the enemies touch the flag, I had 150 points. So I'm just getting my score streaks pretty fast. And keep in mind, I have 3 attachments on all these because that's my new setup. If you guys want to know my setup, just watch my previous video. I kind of go into my setup at the start of the video. And the only real changes I made is added rockets to the Warbird, sleight of hand to the Paladin, and speed to the UAV. Those are the only real changes, but they are major changes to the class because they do drastically increase the amount of points necessary to attain such streaks. But that was made possible by the Sledgehammer's patch, which ultimately improved the game. I mean, it did break some things, like it made the HPR even weaker, which I don't think that was a necessary patch. I think, really, instead of buffing guns in this game, they should really, well, I mean, instead of nerfing guns in this game, they really gotta start buffing them, because if you don't start buffing them, then, you know, everything's underpowered. And guys, you see this on the screen here? It's like my screen froze. Like, yeah, I remember playing this way, and it was like, I was like, what the heck? And then see my timer on there, it says like a minute and like 4 seconds or something. I was like, I thought they buffed the streaks at this point, because I thought they buffed the time on the streaks. And yeah, and what I think this is I think the Paladin just lags out, like causes the map to kind of lag, because I'm not even sure if the game can handle such connection. Like, I'm not even sure.
Good work, team.
I mean,
I'll give Irons a good news.
so much for the dedicated server Sledgehammer. But anyway, that's kind of a minor thing. I mean, it doesn't always happen that way. I mean, a lot of times it's actually good connection. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you learned how to camp Defender. So, guys, thanks for watching. This has been World of War, and see you guys later.